I'm gonna apologize in advance. This chair loves to squeak and squawk. So, yeah. Hello! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh man, it's been a day. Okay, here's what happened. My initial plan was to post my reaction to Jacob Collier's new single, All I Need. And I was ready for it. Like, I had everything recorded and I listened to it. I filmed my initial reactions, but my reactions were very boring. They very much lacked substance. I was saying a lot of, oh, cool, and I like that, and this was okay. So like, it wasn't very intelligent. Long story short, it took a few listens for me to love All I Need, but I do love All I Need. It's very kind of different to what Jacob's like writing palette usually is, which is a lot of busy instrumentation and crazy kind of chord structures and extensions, but this song, All I Need, it was more of a step back from the harmonic complexity and more focused on the very catchy melodic line and the groove. So I appreciate that. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's great. But today I was listening for the very first time to Hasoos Molina's single of Night in Tunisia, and I was almost done filming my reaction when my camera completely just died and I lost all of the footage. So unfortunately, my first reaction was not filmed. But I really want to just listen to it again because there were a lot of moments where I kind of went crazy because Night in Tunisia specifically has a very special place in my heart. It was the first jazz standard I ever learned. When I first picked up the saxophone, my dad gave me a jazz book of 10 standards, and Night in Tunisia was the very first one. And a few weeks into learning the saxophone, I wanted to surprise my dad when he got home from work, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna learn this, and it's gonna be great. Was it great? No, but I ended up learning the melody, learning the head, and it inspired me. So Night in Tunisia is very near and dear to my heart, and so is Hasoos Molina. So when I found out that he was releasing the single on my birthday, May 15th, first of all, I thought that was the greatest birthday present ever. But also, I actually heard his rendition of Night in Tunisia when he performed at the NAMM show this year. But I didn't know that he was gonna record it, obviously, but it's fantastic. It's incredible. I wanted to go ahead and film my kind of second reaction to it. I listened to it once, and you know, for me, it kind of takes sometimes it takes a few listens for me to actually process what's happening. Perfect example, In My Bones. But I have my good headphones on. I'm ready for business. I might be too loud, just as me of a person in general, but let's go ahead and give this a second listen. Oh. Jeez. Oh my gosh. There are a few things that I love about Hasoos Molina. First of all, he is the king of polyrhythms, and any chance that he gets, he always finds a way to just make the rhythm not what it's supposed to be. And y'all already know how I feel about polyrhythms. Here's what I don't understand. During the break, how do you move your fingers so fast? And it's so perfectly in time. I follow Hasoos on Instagram and stuff, and sometimes like he'll post fun with a metronome or something, and he'll like have the metronome going perfectly steadily, and then he'll go boop boop bop bop beep boop 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 boop. I'm like, what? But I am so obsessed with this rendition. It's, oh my gosh, it encapsulates the very, very original sound that is Hasoos Molina. Very consistent, very tight. Even when they played it live, how do they do that? Another thing I love about Hasoos Molina is very similar to Jacob Collier. He is also a multi-instrumentalist. He does piano, he actually does saxophone, he does guitar and bass, and he sings, you know, he does the whole nine. And it's really cool to just watch him do his thing and be his one-man band, and that's something that I greatly look up to. But I think my most favorite thing about Hasoos Molina is his dedication to God. It's incredible. In the world of jazz, it's a very secular world, so it's difficult, very, very difficult to kind of stand up for what you believe in when everyone around you may, you know, not have that same belief. Every social media post, he always posts, "Glory be to God forever and ever." And that's just something that I strive for. He leaves his ego at the door and completely does his craft for one purpose only, and that's for God and to glorify his kingdom. When I saw him at the NAMM show, he was wearing a shirt that said "Glory to God," and at the end of his performance, he stood up and everyone was cheering for him and clapping and yelling, and then he said thank you, and then he kind of shushed the crowd a little bit, and he said, "I say glory to God forever and ever, because it's not about me. All of this, it's not about me. It's about him." And he probably stood up for God when nobody else did, in whatever scenario. And that's really great. And the cool thing is he's kind of expanding the kingdom in that way. He's delivering his message to a social group that may or may not know God. For him to do that, I think, is one of the most powerful things that you can do. So that's why I very much appreciate and love Hasoos Molina. And I'm going to be listening to this song on repeat. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, then click that like button there and subscribe to me if you haven't yet. If you want to see my most recent upload, you could click right up there. And if you would like to see my reaction of In My Bones, you could click down there. And if you would like to subscribe, you could click right here. Have a god day, making choices, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.